Hello class, we're going to talk about using some or any to give information. Some, it's when we have things, when we are sure that we have it. And any, when we don't have, we have zero and four questions. But talking about what? Okay. There are some apples, because we are not sure about how many. It could be 2, 3, 4, or 5. And we are talking about plural. There are some apples. But what happens if we don't have it? So we are going to say they aren't any apples because we are not sure and we don't have it. Right now, remember, any is for 0 and we don't have apples. If we are going to make a question, we're going to start with verb to be. Are there any apples on the table? Are there any apples in the refrigerator? Well, right now the answer is yes, there are some apples. But what happens if we don't have it? The same question. Are there any apples? So right now the answer it will be no, there aren't any apples because we don't have any. One more. There are some cucumbers. We have it. We see. We have 2 cucumbers. But what happens if they disappear? So there aren't any cucumbers. Okay? So remember, some it will be for plural, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and for those things that we can count it. 1 apple, 1 mango, okay? But for those that we are using 0, or we don't have it, or making a question, we're going to use any. Let's do it again. Are there any cucumbers? Yes, there are some cucumbers. But if I eat the cucumbers, there aren't any cucumbers. In your book, you have these examples. Is there any pizza? Yes, there are some pizza. Or no, there isn't any pizza. We're using is for pizza because you buy 1 pizza and you need to have all the pizza. You can eat it by slices, but normally we buy a pizza. Or is there any milk? Because you buy all the milk in a bag or in a bottle. You don't buy dots of milk, okay? So that is because we are just using for countable and uncountable things. Are there any onions? Yes, there are some onions, or no, there aren't any onions. Again, is, we are going to use it for singular, 1. And remember that we are talking about those that we count in a package. Cookie, we used to buy it in a package, not 1 by 1. Are, we're going to use it for the plurals, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So when we are using some, it's because it's a plural. And if we are using any, it's because or we are not sure how many do we have, or we have 0. We don't have it. Okay, so let's check in this one. For example, is there any banana? Yes, there is a banana, or there is 1 banana. Are there any bananas? Yes, there are some bananas because I have 4 bananas. What happened with the chips? Are there any chips? Yes, there are some chips. But normally we don't buy chip by chip. We used to buy a bag. So we need to say, is there any bag of chips? Yes, there is one bag of chips. In your workbook, open your page 87. You have the next sentences. And the instruction is we need to circle, or in this case I'm going to underline, the correct one. Some or any. There are apples on the table. And it's a sentence. If it's a sentence, we're going to use there are some because we know we have it. So we're going to use some. There aren't some or any eggs in the refrigerator. They are saying aren't, negative, 0. That means no, we are going to use any because we have 0, nothing. In the number 3, there isn't some or any milk. Remember, milk is because it's one bottle of milk or one carton of milk. And we need to check, isn't, 0, negative. That means we're going to use, that's correct, any milk in the carton. Number 4, there are some or any pickles in the jar. Exactly, some because it's a positive. That means we have. We don't know how many, but yes, we have. There aren't some or any onions in the stew. Very good. Any. Why? Yes, because we have aren't. No, 0. Okay, perfect. Now, in the page 87, the exercise 12, we need to complete these questions or write an answer. The number 1 says, is there any cheese? So the answer will be yes or no. We can say yes, there is some cheese. I am using is because we have is there. And remember, the cheese is one piece of cheese. It's only one, it's singular because it's only one piece of cheese. Number 2, are there any onions? So the answer, we can say, remember that you can answer yes or no. In this case, I'm going to say no. No, there aren't any, because 0 is a 0, any onions. Remember, aren't because we don't have it. So we are going to use any. Next, for the question number 3, the answer is no, there isn't any cake. If it isn't, it's because singular, and the cake is the same, it's one piece of cake. It's not slices, okay? So we're going to use is there, I'm using capitals. Is there, remember, any because we are not sure about it, any cake? And the answer, no, there isn't any cake. Very good. Number 4, the answer is no, there aren't any bananas. So the question is, exactly, and we are going to start with are because we are talking about bananas. Bananas is a countable one. Are there any bananas? No, there aren't any bananas. Very good. And the number 5, the answer is yes, there are some tomatoes. So one more time, it's plural because we can count 1 tomato, 2 tomatoes. So the question will be, are there any tomatoes? Yes, there are some tomatoes. But remember that you can answer with yes or no depending on your opinion, okay? Well, that was the class and I hope you can practice at home a little bit. Thank you so much class and I see you in the next class. Bye bye.